Mr. DJ Rose, Verteezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap your seatbelt, go and sell our land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.
No more black tears, we back, you know what I'm saying? Another week, another day, another dollar. You know what I'm saying? Mr. DJ Rose, Verteezy, C's, and we got a guest in the building. You wanna say what's up?
What's up, y'all? It's Drea. How y'all doing?
That's what it do, man. So, man, we do it for the people, man. We do it for our people, man. What we talking about?
So the first topic of the night, there was a video of two people having a conversation. They said if you really love someone and care about someone, hard conversations shouldn't be difficult. If they're difficult, it just shows that how close y'all are not, and maybe the love is not as strong as you think it is. C's, what's your thoughts?
I didn't really pay attention to that part. What I took from that video was the latter part where it said the hard conversation should bring you together, not tear you apart, which is if it's a hard conversation, something that's needed to be said, ultimately the purpose of the conversation is to bring something together or fix something, repair, rather than, hey, destroy it or whatever. And I mean, it's a real thing. It doesn't matter who the conversation is with in your life is, whether it's a friend or a family, or significant other. Those hard conversations are a real part of life. Just like last week, we were talking about selling grandma's house. That's a hard conversation. Just throw it out there. It's already out. Go ahead and listen to it. But that's that's something that's got people drawn apart. Rather than saying like, hey, we need to come together in this time, our time of grieving, and figure out the next steps, being able to move on and seeing this person's wishes be done or not be done, or however it becomes a driving wedge. And then another thing is how you approach the hard conversations, because a lot of times it comes from both ends, the person trying to start the conversation and the person that's the conversation is brought to. So it's really twofold in how you approach it. Not everybody's the same. Some people are going to be like, all right, well, shit, let's talk about it. Like, hey, let's get down to it, nitty gritty. Let's talk about it. Other people avoidant, whatever. It sucks to have them sometimes, especially if it's some shit you don't want to deal with. Like, example, like, hey, grandma's getting older, or hey, man, you're not doing enough. Hey, love, whatever, your girlfriend, your man, whatever, this ain't working out, you're not doing enough emotionally for me, or hey, you need to make more money, you need to do something, I've seen you hit this wall before, you can do so much better for yourself. There's tons of examples of it. The end goal in conversation is really to ultimately come to some type of resolution or solution to whatever the problem was. It's not, sometimes it's rip the Band-Aid off, and other things sometimes are more delicate than others.
Yeah, I think 4 words that people dread the most to hear or get a text is, we need to talk. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of times, especially if you're in a relationship, like those are like 4 words a lot of people really don't want to hear. Mm-hmm. I think part of the crux of the conversation is, what is the energy and purpose behind the conversation we're finna have? Like, is it genuine? Because sometimes people come off as if they're just trying to criticize you or tear you down or just call you out on your shit and your BS. But then also at the same time, we got to be mindful of, you and me sees we having a conversation, and I be like, well, you need to hit me up more, dog, man. I can't be the one hitting you up all the time. And then you decide to lash back and be like, well, when we go to Limelight, you got to pay for the drinks more. Like, we got to be careful of trying to cross conversation sometimes, because a lot of time that happens because people want to kind of deflect what's going on with them. And one thing I kind of learned, like working, in the law enforcement, and the security type work, is two things adults really don't like is being told the truth and being held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's something that a lot of people don't want to be. They don't want that. They don't want you to really tell them the truth, because the truth is not always pretty. And they really don't want to be held accountable, because they really don't want someone else telling them what they should be doing. Because a lot of times you know what the fuck you're supposed to be doing, and you're not doing it for whatever reason. Whether it's because you don't want to do it, whether it's because you're not thinking about doing it. So when someone's telling you, yo, you're not doing enough, you're not doing this. But I kind of agree with the lady. Hard conversations really shouldn't pull you apart, whether it's in a relationship, family relationship, friendship, because the lines of communication should always be there. Like me and MJH, we have a lot of conversations all the time. And we're talking all the time about like things just going on. And it's not even like holding each other accountable all the time. We're just talking about our lives. And we're talking about things that, just going on our lives, things we need to do or whatever from our own individual perspectives. And then there's times where we have like them heart to hearts about things that this person, that I might have to do more, that he might have to do more. And yeah, you don't want to never really be told you're falling short. Like even in sports, like you don't want to be told, hey, we need you to play better for us to do better. Like you don't want to feel like you're the weak link, or you're failing yourself or failing others. But hey, sometimes that's what you need to hear. And a lot of times that's where growth comes in at. And that's another part of the conversation is growth isn't always comfortable. Growth is like, if growth was comfortable, we all would just easily do it. Like growth is going to hurt. It's going to be painful. It's going to be uncomfortable. And a lot of times we got to be uncomfortable. We got to be comfortable becoming uncomfortable a lot of the times. And a lot of times, like, especially if you're a religious person like myself, man, there's a lot of times, the Lord might put you in a position where you have to become uncomfortable to finally do something that you should have been doing a long time ago. So yeah, I think hard conversations are important to have. But it needs to go both ways. Like you need to be willing to bring up hard conversations to your friends and loved ones, but you also need to be okay with receiving it. And the most important thing is we got to get out of the mindset of I'm always right. Like that's another mindset that we have as human beings, because nobody wants to be wrong. Like that's just honest truth. Nobody wants to be wrong. And that's not a negative connotation, because you don't wake up in the morning and just think to yourself, I'm going to be wrong. That's why when we have conversations in discourse, there's arguments sometimes because you want to argue your point because you think you're right. Like nobody wants to be wrong. That's okay. But sometimes it's not even about being right or wrong. Sometimes it's about a different perspective and maybe someone seeing something you don't see or trying to help you. And it's okay to be wrong sometimes because, hey, you could be wrong, get on the right side, and just continue to grow and get better.
I agree with both of you guys. The perspective I'll add to it is, I mentioned this before, like I was, serving at church, and one of the things with being in leadership or being poured into where people teach you a lot of the things that if you're not going to counseling or if you're not talking to people with healthy communication, healthy dialogue, you won't know the tools to use in a healthy conversation, right? Just like you can argue in a relationship. There's nothing wrong with having a disagreement, but we don't know how to fight fair. We don't know how to have good conversation that gets to an end result. So the two things that I learned was conflict plus change equal growth. Conflict is inevitable. People, a lot of times, like you said, they don't want the conflict. People shy away from conflict. I used to be that person. Like, I don't want to create no problems, so I'm going to just bite my tongue. But what happens? You bite your tongue. So then when you have the conversation, you blow up. It's just like taking a soda bottle, shaking it, and then open it, and then it explodes on everybody. The mentality is if you have the conversation, you don't have to worry about the conversation being so tough. Also, don't have fly off the handle conversations. Don't wait until the heated of the argument to say, hey, now we need to talk about this now. No, like give it space. Give yourself time. You remember when your parents used to tell you to go to your room? They told you to go to the room so they wouldn't say the wrong thing to you at the wrong time. They said that so they wouldn't hit you in the moment where they might need to reflect on the situation before they respond to a situation. We have to be more responsive than reactive. And last but not least, offense is a choice. If you get offended, it is not the other person's responsibility. Now, I won't say that. It is our responsibility to be mindful how we deliver information. You don't go to your job, see that company email, and respond like a fool. You cater yourself accordingly, but you get too comfortable with your family and your friends that you'll pop off. You won't do it to everybody, though. You pick and choose who you do that to. Offense is a choice. And man, get around people that know how to have healthy conversations. If you're everything that you say to somebody make them feel offended, they might not be the person you need to be around. And man, true life story. I'm going through a lot of stuff with my family, and I had to have a tough conversation with some of my friends the other day. And like I said, it's a way to have healthy conversation. It's a way to word things. And once you've done your best to word something a certain type of way, and you went into it with honest intention, even if there was conflict revolving around it, it's gonna genuinely give you a good reception and a good feedback. And if it don't, that might not be somebody you need to be around.
Yeah, so conversations, just period, are sometimes hard for some people. So some people don't want to really have conversations. So any conversation is going to be hard for them. Or some conversations are a hard conversation for one person, it might not be a hard conversation with somebody else. So I just think speaking and talking to people and letting people know, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's going on with me. What's going on with you, and just being transparent. Transparency and in relationships and things like that go a long way. Because when you're not being transparent with someone, then that leads them to think other things. You know what I'm saying? So when you're not being transparent, the person might be thinking something else is going on, even though it might not be really nothing going on. And then like you said, Dre, with knowing how to have a disagreement or argument. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I learned in counseling, you never say you in a disagreement or you never say that's a word that you shouldn't use. You know what I'm saying? Never say you did this, you did this, you did this.
Right.
You never want to use that terminology. You know what I'm saying? When you're having difficult conversations or in an argument or in a disagreement, you know what I'm saying? So, but the main thing I think is conversations are good to have, transparency, and I agree with all y'all said too. I can't spit it all back right now. It's on wax though, so y'all can listen to it. But yeah, what else y'all got going
on? I'm gonna say this. Drea said something I really liked what you said about like the more you have those conversations, the easier it becomes. And it made me think about like you wouldn't say I'm gonna run the Boston Marathon tomorrow.
Right.
You might say, hey,
it's a muscle.
This time next year, I want to prepare myself for Boston Marathon. So each day you might walk or run a mile and you eventually get there. And if you are one of those people that you just continue to say, hey, let's just have conversations about everything and let's just have these conversations, it becomes more easier and less difficult to have difficult conversations. And that was a very good point about like sometimes you bite your tongue too much because it goes both ways. Sometimes it's about like people just don't feel like having confrontation. So you just let a lot of stuff go. And the reason why that can be so negative sometimes, and me and MJ has had this conversation, you might have friends or people in your life who start thinking, well, no one never checked me on it, so I must be always right.
Correct.
And it's not that you're always right. It's the fact of people don't feel like arguing with nobody.
Right.
You know, and that's something that we got to stop doing too. Sometimes we got to be like, you know what? I don't feel like arguing with this person, but at the same time, I need to say, hold up, what you're doing is not correct. What you're doing is not right. And we also need to sometimes, if we're in groups of people, understand that even if something's not affecting me directly, if we all got love for each other, someone that's not A and B, the person that's C might have to say, hey, you're doing too much right here. This is not right. This is not okay.
I'll say last, You got to remove your feelings. Because if you think about it, everything that we saying right now, if you work in a corporate America, when you do something wrong, your boss ain't gonna have no problem telling you. Now, how they deliver the information is vital, but if it's detrimental to the growth of their company, they can't keep letting you do the wrong thing without addressing it, whether that be showing up late or making a mistake, whatever the case may be. And that's why I learned it. Like I said, I have to give credit to my pastor for pouring that into me, because we were serving in an organization. If something is not working a certain type of way, even it's something as simple as being in your church or being in an organization or playing on a sports team, your coach ain't gonna let you keep doing the wrong thing over and over again. They're gonna bench you, they're gonna talk to you, but they have to reinforce it. So although you don't like confrontation or conflict, it's not bettering you. My grandmother used to always say, hey, if I'm telling you, it's because I love you. I could save my breath. I don't have to even say nothing. So if I'm telling you, it's because I love you. It's not because I'm trying to hurt you. And I think a lot of times people miss that. They see it as a negative thing, and they don't look at constructive criticism as a positive thing sometimes.
Yeah. And so funny, me and MJ was talking this morning. We got to be better with this too, man. When we give the criticism, we can't just criticize people too. Correct. We got to compliment them when they're doing things that is positive too.
Yeah.
Because if the only time you speaking to someone is to tell them that they're fucking up here, hey man, that goes a long way in people's psyche sometimes. Because then they're thinking to themselves, the only time Dre hit my line up, the only time she hit my line up is when I'm fucking up. Mm-hmm. So now it's like I see your text, I'm like, what is it this time? What is it this time? But sometimes it's cool to be like, yo, bro, I see what you're doing. You working hard, man, da-da-da. Or I see how you handle that situation. Keep doing your shit. And now it's like, okay, cool. And when you do criticize me, it's easier for me to receive it because I know it's coming from a place of love, because you criticize me when I need it, but you give me praise when I deserve it. And sometimes there's some people that just want to pour negatively in people. And we can't just pour negatively in people too. Like that's bad too.
Yeah, I want to say a good method to if anybody want to do that method, it's the sandwich method. You know what I'm saying?
So I was just gonna say that, right?
So you learn that when you're above people. You know what I'm saying? You want to say something good to them, mm-hmm. Then tell me we need to have this conversation, mm-hmm. and end it on a positive note.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So not always being negative. You know what I'm saying? Squeeze that. Some people don't like mayonnaise on this. Some people don't like mayonnaise at all. But when it's in between the sandwich, you can't really tell. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? It make the sandwich taste better.
They still fuck it up. They still fuck it up. And that's something too, man. And you said something earlier too, Nicole, man. Like, we also got to be very mindful of who's telling me this, man. Like, is this my homeboy? Is this my homegirl? Is this my girlfriend? Is this my boyfriend? My husband? My wife? Is this my mom? Is this somebody that cares about me, has my best interest? Because if they're coming from a place of love, positivity, like, let me try to receive this stuff. Because sometimes, like, just because they're, criticizing you and having a difficult conversation with you, man, it's probably because, hey, I see you going down this path. I don't want you to go down this path, and I want you to improve and be better. Like, that's why this is such an important conversation, because there's so many layers to it. Because there's people who's afraid to have the conversation, but there's also people that get the conversation and they receive it so wrongly and poorly that it makes people not want to have the conversation. And that's something you don't want to be. Like me, I don't want to be the type of person where people are afraid to approach me.
Right.
Like, I don't want people to be like, I'm afraid to walk to the Vertizi and tell them he said something that bothered me, because I tell people all the time, like MGH, I tell them, yo, I joke all the time. I don't know I hurt someone's feelings if they don't tell me, I hurt their feelings. And if you tell me, yo, I did not like this, I don't care for this, then I'm going to do my best to try to not continue to do that behavior. Like, that's what I'm going to do. But I can't stop some shit you don't tell me for. And I don't want to be the type of person where people are afraid to approach me. So, like, that's something that you have to be the type of person where people can look at you and be like, I think C's can receive it. I think Rose can receive it. I think Nicole can receive it. Yeah. So they feel comfortable to come talk to you.
Yeah, like, I don't want you to not tell me I got bad breath. I don't want you, literally, but also figuratively. If my breath stink, you can't never come up to me. You can't say nothing to me. I'm about to fly off the handle. Let me not say nothing to her. Yo, that's whack. It's all get out. And don't nobody want to be around people like that. Your breath stink. Fix your attitude. Again, offense is a choice. And like you said, if you filtering out you know, you got to know who you're dealing with. I don't, you know, wherever you, if you're spiritual discernment, you can say discernment or a good feeling.
That kind of goes back to like how you deliver it, because it'd be like, all right, we going somewhere. You pick me up to go. We going out to the movies or whatever. Yeah. The whole crew. I was the first one to pick up. I get in the car. Like, damn, nigga, your breath stink.
No, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, some niggas will be like, damn, bro, you for real? You joking?
Y'all know how the church mama used to do.
But I'm saying, and then there's other times,
I'm going to hand you some gum.
But I'm saying.
I'm saying, like, if that's the person in the group that's always extra, you might be like,
but I'm saying,
that
that's what I'm getting towards. This is what I'm trying.
That's Woody. It's like,
bro, I'm getting there, man.
Woody ain't got all his brain cells. He take medicine. You know, you might say, bro, my breath do stink, but I'm cool.
Yeah, and I also think like people, even though the conversation might be hard to have. Like, you remember what you were saying, Vertiz, like, nobody else want to say nothing. There's always one person you got to say something, then they always look at as the bad guy.
Become Tony Montana.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Mendoza. You become Mendoza. You know what I'm saying? The bad guy.
From a little down dirty Shane.
Yeah, so, but if everybody did their part, then
it would always fall on this one individual, and it would be like, yo, we all trying to help you. And that's what I meant by the receivers. Like, more people got to be more willing to be people that deliver the message, you know. And Dre was talking about like confrontation and sometimes not want to have the conversation. Like, we got to try our best, and it's hard to try to have these conversations because some people are naturally A-type personalities. Some people are type B personalities. They don't really want to address certain shit, you know. So that's just something that everyone has to work on. But yeah, you is right, Rose. Like, if you're not willing to have those conversations, and we have a group of friends, if you're always the one telling me I'm doing the most, you know, and Nicole and see I'm tripping too, but they don't ever say nothing, it gets to the point where now you and me butting heads, and it's like, I feel like you just got an issue with me. But if everyone's talking to me, it's like, maybe I am tripping, bro. Maybe I need to chill the fuck out. Shoot. But moving on to TNT, y'all.
Dynamite.
Tears or no tears.
Boom.
You know, sometimes if you have a conversation the wrong way with the wrong person, man, you know, you might get killed, man. A lot of people, they in prison for killing people for one conversation. In India, there was a killer elephant that killed 22 people. Seized. Tears or no tears?
I got no tears. There's a reason why the elephant went on a rampage. They are one of the smartest animals in the world. They literally have a photographic memory. There's another story where something happened where a woman hurt a baby elephant and ended up dying. And the elephant came back to the village, attacked the woman, killed her, and did it or some shit, and it came back and destroyed the house or some shit. But the elephant, the main point is the elephant came back twice. Motherfucker never forgot. So it's like, hey, there's a reason why they went on a rampage. You see all these videos in Thailand and India. They don't do that shit in Africa. Nobody rides a fucking elephant in Africa. I've never seen it. Never heard of it. Never seen it. In India, they do that shit. And
that's some hard shit, though, man. To come in another nigga village riding an elephant, that shit look hard.
Until they got an elephant shotgun.
I mean, that too, and until you get trampled by your own fucking animals. Because you know that just like horses, rampages, but
true.
But my main point is something had to happen with that village to where elephant ain't gonna attack just to attack, man.
The elephant said, man, I'm tired, man. Y'all kept on saying, take that. Nah, y'all take that. Y'all take that, man. Hey, now elephants do got good memories. It's so crazy because to see his point, there was a story of this dude who took care of a group of elephants, and somehow the elephants remembered him. They tracked his smell, and when he passed away, they could sense death. Like some of the few animals that can feel grief, and they traveled like hundreds of miles apparently to where he lived, and they just sat outside his house just grieving and shit like that. So yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, elephants are big creatures, and I was telling MGH, man, shit like this this video make me not want to fuck with elephants. Like when people be petting them and shit, because they're so big. If they just decide I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, I ain't got no choice but just to take that shit. Like they some big creatures, but I think people forget how big elephants are, man. Like any of them huge creatures, like even whales. I see white people at ocean, like in small boats, petting whales when they come by the boat. I'm not fucking with that shit. Because if that whale for some reason says, I'm finna fuck this shit up, I can't do shit. So, hey man, I ain't got no tears for them people, man, in India, man. Like, hey, y'all, leave them elephants alone.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears either because it's exactly what y'all said. Like, this is an animal. A wild animal.
I like you said this is an animal.
So a fucking jungle of the beast.
The biggest.
Beast of the forest.
Most
But this
powerful.
nigga Rose had to get in the mic and say, this is an animal.
Not only just that, the biggest, the most powerful, and the most intellectual animal, other than, like you said, the whales in the sea. On land. Why?
What the lady said? Don't play with her. Don't play with him. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with them. You know, say them, she, he, her, whatever they is. Don't play with them. It's like what you expect. Like
elephant, they go crazy. We went elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't have no tears. Yeah, man. People lose their lives every day by animals because they always doing some stuff they ain't got no business doing. Always trying to capture, captivate, befriend, and all this other. Man, we weren't meant to come in contact with these animals to a point where we're friendly with them and riding their backs, like you said. It's inhumane. They're getting to a point where they're finna stop allowing people to do that, even in other countries, like you said, outside of Africa. You got to remember too, at one point in time, they were capturing and killing elephants for their tusk and for their, all the things. So no, I think they tired. Shit, the elephants are the jungle's version of black people. We need to start stop just letting anything and everything go by and start standing up for yourself. No, I don't got no tears. Stay straight.
So staying with animals. So there was a woman who dog passed away. She went ahead and freeze dried. That way, to help with her grief and everything. And in the video, you see her with the dog, and the dog got his head turned looking at her. It's still very lifelike. It's almost like, what, taxidermy? Is that the term?
That's the word.
Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. Tears of laughter, because if I did not see the video, if you would have just described the video to me, I would have been like, I think this white folks. I had to see the video to be like, I can't believe this black bitch did this shit. Like, this, you gotta be on that. But nah, because it just shocked me, bro. That's really some shit that I just really expect a white bitch to do. Like, the fact that one of I did that, I was like, damn, bro.
She must then know that you could actually taxidermy the dog. Like, what made her freeze dry it?
Bro, she just said it was for grief, man, because she missed her dog.
And it might have been death. She probably just used the
wrong phrase.
Yeah. But even that's still different for black people to do, man. So yeah, just tears of laughter, man. But hey, man, shout out to her, man, because it looked dope. I wouldn't do it, but it looked dope.
I got tears, man, because it's like, you can't let go. This shit's sad. I remember just one example. I remember a few years ago, my stream. What was the show on TLC where people did weird shit? Like they had like
my weird obsession,
obsession or shit like that. That was this fine ass chick. She was like either Indian or Latino. The bitch used to have everything taxidermy. The bitch had seagulls in her fucking freezer, a fucking dog and raccoons and shit. She was like fucking like them alternative type shit, like gothic or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Like she looked like, shout out to Paramore. I love Paramore, but those types. Like off brand type shit. And she was fucking fine. Like, bitch was fit. She was fine. And it's like so sad. Like, damn, woman, you're fucking insane.
Was she fine enough for you to date her even though she did that?
Bitch need counseling.
I don't even know, because I might run away, block her, and then the next thing I know, she missed me so much, I end up taxidermy. So, but back to the main point, I do think you can freeze dry some shit, because I'm thinking if you dry some shit quickly, maybe she wanted to keep the original organs. I don't know. I would have to look it up, but that might be the thought behind it. Taxidermy, you got to take out the guts and blood and drain the shit. Freeze dry, I'm thinking the science is liquid nitrogen. The shit freezes real quick and it stays in that state where you basically turned to like stone. But the bitch is crazy. I'm sad she did that shit. But
just be a normal bitch and buy a new dog.
Yeah, I got tears that she got that much money to do that.
Yeah, look how much was that shit?
Yeah, I'm like, how much money? Like, and I ain't got no issue with it, but like, dog, that's what you want to spend your money on. Like, so be it. Like, so be it. But doggone, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? But I remember I went to somebody's house and their cat died and they put it in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? It was in the freezer. And like, and it was like,
that's why you don't eat that everybody house.
And it was like, what in the world? Like, you got a dead cat in your freezer? Like.
So the cat was just chilling in the freezer?
It wasn't chilling. It was dead.
Hey, I mean, you want to use, hey, pun intended, chilling. He was fucking chilling. Hey, but I looked it up real quick. It is actually a thing. You basically freeze dry the bitch, you freeze dry whatever the dead thing is, and over time,
it probably was a female dog, so you said it correctly.
Yeah, the bitch. You freeze dry the bitch, and it. I mean, that shit is crazy to me, man.
Hey, man, as a black woman, sis, go get you some therapy. You might need to be in the sun a little bit more. You need to check your vitamin D levels. You sound very hormonal. There is absolutely no way on the face of this damn planet that we are taxidermying dogs. Girl, they got them at the shelter by the pound. I promise you, little powwow want to go on to glory. He not even there no more. You really just freezing the body for yourself, for your own self-fulfillment, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, that's I don't have no tears. I think that's crazy. I think the amount of time it took for her to actually research, y'all know how people do. You just Googled it just to give us clarification. That means they have to research that. She could have cremated the dog. She could have did a lot of stuff that would still skate the lines of crazy. But that shit right there is batshit crazy. So I don't got no tears for her.
Yeah, so there was a man in Atlanta moving on who basically was being like, basically kicked out of a place. And he just started cursing and causing a ruckus for the people. And there was a black security officer that was telling him he need to leave. And he started calling him a nigger multiple times to the point where, he eventually got arrested. Hey, man, shoot, man. I mean, I'm tears of joy, man. I'm happy he got arrested. Because he needed to get arrested. I'm happy the security officer kept his composure so he can keep his job. Because he put hands on that white man, they would have tried to, make him lose his job, for some bullshit. And also, man, I love seeing stuff like this on the internet only because I love being able to send it to white people or reshare it and just be like, yo, bro, y'all be trying to tell us that racism dead. That shit don't exist no more. We're a couple days away from, Black History Month. And it's like 2026, and it's y'all doing shit. Y'all doing shit like this. And this Atlanta. This chocolate city. And you got a white man who feel comfortable to do that to a black man. Like, yo, it's crazy out here.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears for him being locked up, but I got tears for the security guard and the people that work there. But they said this wasn't his first time. This is stuff that he does on multiple occasions. So I also got tears that it took this long for him to get locked up for it. Because this is not the first time he did it. He has done this on multiple occasions. And for it just to be now on film, also now you got to lock him up. Bullcrap.
I got tears. I mean, wasn't it like, doesn't he have some type of issues anyway? So, I mean, like, this ain't your normal everyday person anyway. But why is it they just go to the N-word? Like, out of all slurs you can use is the N-word. And the hard R. And it's just like, man, it's getting to the point where it's only two ways people are going to react. They're either going to ignore you and motherfucker over there guy going, or they're going to push your shit back. Those are the only two ways it's going to start going. Like, it's flowing off the tongue of way too many people. All races, I mean.
I got tears, but not for him. I have tears that as a people, even with all the stuff that's going on, we're still in a position where this is a conversation. Even to a point where they try to gaslight us and tell us, well, you guys use it. No, we don't. You know what connotation you're using it in. You know what context you're using it in. You know exactly what you're doing. I don't care, mental or not mental. At the end of the day, this man he was an older gentleman. He has been around for a while. This has been something that's a part of his life, his culture. And I'm glad he got arrested. Like you said, Bert, I'm glad that the security officer didn't lose his cool on him. I have tears that we as African American people have to be so um, put together and composed to make other people feel comfortable without being the aggressive black man or the angry black woman. And
You're a knitter. You're a knitter.
he lucky somebody didn't blow his brains out in the parking lot. I mean, it's just crazy, that they get away with so much. And yeah, he went to jail, but he ain't gonna be in there that long. It ain't like he killed nobody, shot nobody, did nothing crazy. So no tears for him either.
So nobody saw that shit. The Arthur clip where it sounds like they're saying nigger, but it's knitter. you're a knitter. You're a knitter. It was literally talking about eating clothes, man. That just made me think.
Not Arthur got people calling people niggas, and then Bob Marley singing their theme song. Make it make sense.
Yeah, man, that's like the South Park episode, man. N blank GGER. What is that? A nigger. The answer was nagger. Moving on to, I guess this is another situation of the N-word being thrown around. So there was a protest. Some Venezuelans was outside, and a black person, if I remember correctly, was protesting with them. Is that right, C's? He was protesting with them, and a Venezuelan man just started calling the black man the N-word, calling him nigger. C's, man, you spent some of your final thoughts talking about these people cause. What's your thoughts?
So black people have been fighting for rights for human beings for a very long time. Like, you look back with the civil rights, there was literally hand in hand walking with Jews. White people were, considered European white people. There was Asians, Native Americans. There was literally like the Rainbow Coalition was not some fag shit. It was literally It was literally the rainbow of colors, like everybody coming in hand. Like the same thing with Martin Luther King before he died. He was literally going to the poor people's, I forgot the name of the group, but it's like the Poor People's Union and all these different groups speaking for workers' rights. And the same thing with Fred Hampton before he died. He was literally
that's why they murdered him.
I was going to say assassination. Sorry.
Assassinated, yeah. And bringing groups together. And then you see from Black Lives Matter movement to the Million Man March to all these other new movements, you see black people in some form or fashion, somewhere on the interwebs where black people are supporting somebody's cause, whether it's Gaza, whether it's things going on in Burma and Myanmar, or somebody getting all these different places, somebody's always speaking out. And then the whole thing with the lady who got killed with ICE, there's black people supporting that, and they're using this like, look, they didn't do this to us, they did this to a white woman. So, and they're supporting that, and it's like a lot of us are literally at the point where it's like, yo, shut up. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Leave it alone. If it ain't affected me and mine, leave it alone. And then it's like, this is the shit they've done in their countries anyway. Whether it's Argentina, they literally took their black people off the fucking map. Their population is like 10% black, when it was like fucking 40% back in the fucking late 1800s and early 1900s. It was literally so. And fuck it, I'm not gonna get into the terms, but basically they do this shit in their own country where they call black people nigger, and black people are at the bottom of the fucking totem pole in the country. What the fuck do you think they're gonna do when they get here? Because Hispanic people ain't even united them fucking selves. So what the fuck makes you think they're gonna unite with us? It's like the ones that support them. But it's like, my brother, after they call you nigga, I would have packed my shit, my sign, I would have fucking left. I'd be like, you know what? And I still support the cause, but fuck y'all niggas. Like, sad shit.
I got cheers. But like, well, if Juice Man was here, he said, they're black people.
Right.
They're black.
They just don't know it, or they don't want to accept it.
And man, them people is white. Them people is white, man. On when they sign them papers, it say Hispanic white. and most
Hispanic nigger.
Yeah, and most of them look white, and then and black and Hispanic, it's Negro.
Negro, yeah.
So it's like, what's he really calling him a nigga, or what's he say? Negro.
Black, blackie, black,
but
blackie.
But yeah, but also Hispanic people, if they can't get with a Spanish person, they tell them to better the race. And how do they better the race? Get with a white person.
Yeah.
So what do you expect? What you out there for?
Hey man, I just spent some time in California. Like I was telling the guys, listen, we be in the South. We used to racism being a color thing to a point where we don't look at it being a cultural thing. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of other nationalities that don't give a damn about black people. And when black people start to realize that, I don't know. Go back to your history books. Go back. This ain't nothing new. We are one of the most hated, the most attacked, the most ridiculed people on the face. There are people a part of the, no offense, and I hope I say this correctly, the LGBTQ plus whatever the hell else, that have more rights, more respect than we do. We're at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So hey, start mind. When your parents, y'all remember when your bad people back in the day said, "I'm gonna mind the business that paid me."
Mm-hmm.
When we gonna get back to that? We over here helping them fight a cause that, like you said, for the lack of better terms, don't have a damn thing to do with us. There's a lot of stuff going on right here that is being ignored and neglected because propaganda is making you distracted and focus on other stuff. There are a lot of local elections coming up. Black people, stop saying my vote don't matter. Get your ass out there and vote. And not just when the president is being elected. Vote for Senate. Vote for local. Vote for the things that you need to vote for. And then these conversations can be brought to the table. And man, I feel bad brother was out there thinking he was doing the right thing and got his feelings hurt. So maybe I got tears for that. And maybe his feelings weren't even hurt. Maybe he expected it. You know what I'm saying? So hey, just know when you go out there, you say you fighting the cause, you gotta be ready for all of it, and that also means the people that you fighting for are also not giving a damn about you. Go take your ass in the house, regroup, go find your cousins and them, go do something better, productive with your life. Revamp the NAACP or something. I don't know what to tell you, but leave them people the hell alone. That shit don't got nothing to do with us. That got everything to do with the current administration, is what I call it, and them people. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Move on.
Yeah, man. If I had to lean one way, I guess I'll say I have tears only because, like C's point, we do stand for a lot of other races, cultures, and people. And it is crazy because I told MGH this week, probably early this morning, if I remember correctly, that the greatest thing the white man ever did was get other races to hate black people.
Facts.
That's the greatest thing he ever did, because in reality, if that would have never happened, just imagine if what Fred Hampton and some of them other black civil rights leaders was trying to form, if you would have had Italians, Irish people, poor whites, because the poor whites the poor whites don't understand how fucked over they get because of the system of racism, because of the fact that they just be like, you're better than a nigga. But the poor whites is fucked up in this country. Like, so poor whites, Hispanic, and all these other like Asian people, if everyone just came together and just really said, man, fuck this system, we're going to overthrow this capitalist system, like shit would be very different. But the white man was very strategic in saying, well, you're better than this group of people and you're better than this group of people, but y'all all are better than niggas. Just remember that. So long as you better than a nigga, you somebody. And like, so that shit really is kind of sad when you really think about it and break it down to that extent, man.
Can I add to that right quick? Really, the biggest thing that they did was teach us how to hate ourselves or hate each other.
Oh yeah, the niggas that want to be white.
And in general, anything. Yeah. Because like you said, the people, they are a distinction of us. When you go to all these other countries, they are melanated. Whether they black, they melanated. So when you learn how to divide, you have to divide to a micro level. When you teach a people how to hate each other, to be discouraged in each other, they're not going to stick together to be disrespected to you. They're going to disrespect each other. It's the crab in the barrel. It's the I think I'm better than you. It's the your skin lighter than mine. It was more than just the white man making us feel like we were less to other cultures. It was also making us feel less to one another and putting ourselves on a grading scale. So it run deep. That's why I say, man, go focus on your own stuff. Find something else better to do.
Yeah, man, I don't know what's wrong with these speaking English motherfuckers. Man, what's wrong with these hoes, y'all?
I wish I knew how to say, what's wrong with fuck it, putas. What's wrong with these putas?
Yeah, so there was a couple situations that all had to deal with the dating culture going on right now. There was women who was basically saying, why are women not being approached more by men? And there was another man that sees called a fake Dr. King looking motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Talking about, man, stop saying that what are you doing text messages and when I'm gonna see you messages. Start planning date pussy ass niggas. And then the most egregious thing part with the data coach, there was a white woman who said that she basically started telling men that she need money sent to her so she can prepare for the date. So she actually said that she basically is almost finished with an app that is going to allow men to take women on dates, but they got to send a deposit. And the deposit goes to whatever the woman needs to prepare for the date, whether it's her hair, nails, or buy an outfit or whatever. So each woman can put her own price down, whatever she needs. So what's wrong with these hoes, y'all?
What's wrong with them?
Yo, let me tell you. All this shit is crazy. Because we just talked about women not getting approached not so long ago. And it was funny because Willow Smith made a post saying, why are men not approaching women and asking out on dates? And then less than a week later, a dude shot his shot to Willow out in public. And she not just only turned that nigga down, she basically tried to embarrass that man. And in the comment section, people was like, bitch, this is why niggas don't be walking up to y'all no more. This is the reason why. Because of shit like this. So that part is, I feel like at this point, hoes, y'all know why niggas not approaching y'all no more. Because y'all just way too choosy than y'all have been in the past. And niggas just don't have time for this shit. Especially since pussy has gotten a lot easier to get in 2026 than it's ever been before. It's so easy to get pussy. Get on Instagram, DM a bitch like 2 money bags, and I promise you're going to get a faster response than all them hate what you doing messages and Good Morning Beautiful. She's going to respond with 5. In fact, if you really want to respond fast, say, what's your cash out? And I promise you, she's going to respond within 5 minutes. That shit is crazy. So, yeah, like since that's happened, man, niggas ain't worried about that no more. The biggest thing is this dating app shit. Man, these hoes is wild, man. Y'all really want men out here to pay for your nails, your hairs, buy you an outfit and all this shit just so y'all can go on a date. Man, let me tell you, if you a grown man and you hop on that dating app and you pay a bitch you never met before a deposit and you send that money and you hope that she meet you at the restaurant.
You a fool ass nigga.
Man, you not just a fool, you a new fool. Like you a brand new fucking fool, bruh. Like I'll be damn. I'll be double darn damn.
Gotcha.
Yes. If I can send a bitch some money.
You almost had it.
Like,
gotta be a little bit more quicker.
And I'm not mad at the white hoe. Cause like she's so smart. Like
that bitch innovated.
If you can get niggas to do it, man, like I said, God bless you. Get your money, hoe. Get your money, little hoe. But you niggas out here, y'all the reason why these hoes feel like they can do it. Because I promise you, Nicole, it's enough niggas out here that's doing that dumbass shit where hoes feel like they can get away with it.
Yeah, but it ain't on paper. Now they finna put that shit on paper. It's gonna be documented.
Yeah, and it's easy. It's been doing it. It's like OnlyFans. Like you sign up for an OnlyFans, or you doggone you ever been on TikTok 3 or 4 TikTok when you listen to these hoes? It's a hashtag.
Spam page type thing.
It's just a hashtag. It'll pop on your phone page. Like so, it's like hoes. That's what dudes do. They pay the deposit to see the hoe. Prostitution. They pay the deposit.
Prostitution, yo.
So it's the same thing. So it's not like it ain't gonna happen.
Diddy went to jail for prostitution, niggas. Y'all need to be a little bit more careful. Paying for the bitch to fly from one place to the next is prostitution.
What is it? Transportation.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So it's like, so the app, that ain't got nothing to do with it. They gonna show up. Sometimes they won't. Just like some people might show up to the trick and some people ain't gonna show up to the trick. So it's like, just stop doing it.
It's a two-way street. I'm gonna tell you why it's a two-way street. Because they doing it, and there's it's the same way. There's women that's willing to do it. There's men that's willing to pay.
Yeah.
And so you're making it normal. You're normalizing it. You know what I'm saying? In the communication thing and the whole like reaching out to a woman type thing, that is also a normalization. Hey man, y'all remember who was it? It wasn't B.O.B. Lupe Fiasco came out with a song called "Bitch Bad."
Oh yeah, bad bitch, yeah.
And the whole point of the whole song is you kind of training a whole generation. You got to remember, some of this stuff is based off of certain generations too. The older generation don't have no problem walking up on no woman, but a man don't have no problem walking up on a woman. But the reason why is because a woman is also not nasty to a man. There's a way to turn down and advance without being degrading and taking the integrity of a man. Now you also have this new generation of niggas that's like, I want the girl to come up to me. I had a time. Listen, I was trying to talk. This dude was trying to talk to me one time, and this man was like, "Yeah, I don't spend money on girls or whatever." And I'm like, "All right, well, I mean, I got my own, so you straight." And then he's like, "Well, I want a girl to take me somewhere, take me on a trip." I'm like, "Nigga, I'm not taking you on. I don't even know you, so I don't need to prove that I'm a good woman to you to take you on a trip. But I'm also not expecting no man that I don't know to buy my nails. I'm not expecting a man that I don't know to get my hair done, to go out on a date with him. Bitch, what are you bringing to the table? What the whole point is for us to look away. It's pursue. It's call and response. When you keep yourself together, a nigga don't go walk up to you. No, these men ain't walking up to you. Half of you hoes walk around looking like niggas most of the time. Let's keep it real. The other half of it is y'all act like niggas. You smoking blacks and blunts. Hey, I'm not judging. Been there. But when you don't carry yourself like a woman, no, a man is not going to be attracted to you. The men are not attracted to shit that's not ladylike. So what you doing is the product of your own. How you talk, showing your body on social media. Yeah, the same niggas that's hollering at you on social media, you know what it is? It's a good man that saw your ass on social media and was like, yeah, she bad, but I wouldn't marry that bitch. I wouldn't take her seriously. When they on them dating sites, they already on them dating sites ready to just fuck on you. Because they know you desperate and you on them dating sites to be fucked on. But don't get it twisted. Niggas, women create those websites for the same reason. They get on them dating sites because they looking for a John. They ain't looking for a husband. So I think the conversation is what your real intentions are. If your intentions are pure, you'll know how to have a conversation with somebody because you're trying to talk to them or hit on them. But when you just get to the nitty gritty, I'd rather you just come off the rip and say, hey man, I'm just looking to fuck. I'd rather you be honest about the situation versus let's try to fake it and make this thing. And if you buy my nails and stuff, I'm going to be your wife one day. Like, what the hell is that? Oh, if you cook for me, baby, and wash my clothes, I'm going to make you my wife. What is that stupid shit? So I think it's a two-way street. But, hey, and also, I'm not mad at the white woman. I actually like this shit. I hope it go live. I hope it turn up just like OnlyFans. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to last. But I do see people utilizing it because they want escorts.
Yeah, exactly. Even though these are supposed to be regular women.
That's what hoes are.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
I mean, it's literally some regular shit, though. I mean, I want to know what company or what person came up with a website. Literally, somebody had to code that shit. So, I mean, that's really who making money or getting paid. It's some dumb shit, though, because it's like it's nothing new. She basically just made her own version of escorting site and a dating site. So she took Tinder, Bumble, and said, just do it for myself. Plus, I threw my Cash App on it.
So this is my question. What happens if you pay your little $300 deposit, because that's what the bitch want, $300 for her nails and hair, and you go to the restaurant and she don't show up? Do I get my money back?
Hey, this is how
we on an episode of Catfish.
This is how people. Hey, this is how people end up kidnapped, though. I will say this though.
I was gonna say that. So, I forgot about that
part. She better have all types of protection for that.
Ladies, they are still kidnapping bitches. Don't think that because we're in 2026 and there's all this technology out here that bitches don't get kidnapped. You might not hear about it because they out here rioting and killing the white women in the street and all this other stuff. You think this shit ain't going on, bitch. They don't got milk cartons no more. They got social media. They are still kidnapping people, not just women, but people. And also this mentality, oh, well, I got what I got the stun gun, I got that. Them people be scouting, they already know. And what you think, you're going to get on an app and tell somebody where you going to meet them? And it's going to be some women that's going to actually show up. Yeah. He going to kill you in the car. Don't do it. You think a man going to pay for your net? He don't know you. You remember what happened to the older principle where it's like nothing is for free? Why do you think this man is paying for this stuff? And then don't act crazy. I'm a proponent to believe if a man does all of that and then when they say, well, what you going to do for me? Don't be looking crazy. What is this mentality? It's give and take. Even in a relationship with someone you know is give and take. So then when the nigga's like, oh, well, I paid for this food and I want some ass and you look at him crazy. What you look at him crazy for? I mean, you a trick.
It depends on how much the food is now. Like, if this was the 2 for $27 at Applebee's, Hey, come
What's
on.
the difference?
hey, you ain't supposed to get no ass for that now. But
yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
But
Yes,
if I bought you a $50 steak and you got some like crab legs on the side, and once that bill hit $60,
so you got.
I need ass and mouth.
No, the 2 for $25 is the down payment.
Right. You might not have to do all the freaky nasty stuff, but you're gonna give me something before.
Maybe a hug. I might need a little hug for
get
$2
some
for $25.
head. You're not finna. No, bitches pay.
You got to pay at least $30 for some head now.
2 for $25 plus tax. You close enough.
Last time I checked, head was free. And I ain't never seen a coin slot on a woman.
You said a woman. We talking about hoes. So what's the difference, right?
I was just being nice.
Yeah.
I was being correct because a dude can give head. So I was being polite and being direct.
Tunchi.
But I will say this though, man, it's so crazy because this app is funny to me because women been trying to do this, like you said, it's not new seas. Because women been trying to do this for the last, I say 5 years. When you be texting them, want to take them out, women have gotten so comfortable saying, "Yeah, but I don't want to leave my house. I look a mess." And you be like, "Oh, it's cool. We're just gonna go here." "Yeah, but can you send me some money so I can get my hair did or my nails did?" And they be like, "Bitch, like this is our first time going out. What's going on?"
Brian, I can't ask you, but you two single niggas. Well, in your past, y'all actually have had women do that to y'all?
Oh, for sure. I done had plenty of hoes ask for nails and hair did before they go to
we not gonna have that
out.
conversation. We're gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't never had that happen to y'all though, right? When you set a certain standard, that's what they're gonna approach you on.
Yeah. Now these been hoes that I came at them correct. And I was like, "Oh damn, you a hoe. I thought you was a woman." It was like, click. I thought you was a woman. I didn't know you was a hoe. Like, yeah, this new generation, it's a different generation in that dating cycle of a lot of, it's really hard to differentiate the hoes from the women, to be honest, man. Because it's almost like you get a pack of lions and then you get an antelope standing next to the pack of lions. I ain't got time to figure out which one's a lion and which one's not. Like, I'm just looking and this is just a pack of lions. Like, it's a lot of regular women, Nicole, like women like you who are friends with 5 hoes. And y'all know they hoes. And they working. And they out here hoeing. That's what they do. That's their business. And you know that's their business. And you go, sis. You go.
So hold on. We talking about hoeing, is it like selling?
I'm not even saying they selling pussy. So Nicole might have five female friends, and one might be straight tricking, but the other 3 might just got like sugar daddies or niggas that spend money on them. While Nicole actually going to work all the time, and she talking to her homegirls, and they like, "Yeah, I went on a date, and this nigga gave me like $200." Like, y'all be friends with them type of bitches, and y'all be hyping them up. Like, a lot of regular women be co-signing this behavior. So it's like, it's really hard to tell when it's a group of y'all, because it's like, to Rose's point, what's the difference? All y'all hoes at that point, because I ain't got time to figure out of the 5 of y'all, who's the good woman that goes to work and wants a nigga and doesn't just want a sponsor. Like, that shit become difficult. It ain't like back in the day where y'all saw women like that and y'all was like, "Nah, man, I can't be friends with no chick like that." And I'm not mad if you're friends with them kind of women. I'm just saying that's what's kind of made it so hard. Also, the music has become so popular. Like, I know women in my job that are married women or women who are good women. When you ask them some of their favorite artists, "Man, I love that girl Meg. I love Cardi B." Like all the women they like. Like, I'm be honest, that like Trina was a popular artist back in the day, but a certain group of women didn't listen to Trina. They might listen to Eve. They might listen to Missy.
They listen to her, but they listen.
There was some women. Every woman listened. Every woman didn't listen to Trina. There was some women who didn't listen to Trina.
I will put it this way. I know when Kaya came out, my mama did make I remember the day my back started playing on the radio on repeat. My mom was so highly disgusted. She was like, "That is a nasty female. Like, what in the hell?" Like,
that's what I'm saying. I know women in my family that was like that.
But I will say, I think it was a smaller population. People have always fantasized. Okay, let me back up. Women of all cultures have always fantasized the slutty woman, like Marilyn Monroe. like Eartha Kitt, you know, that's
But that
sexy.
was but those was in the mainstream.
At the time they was.
Nah, I don't know. They put like this. What I mean by is you might have had an Eartha Kitt or Madonna.
Yeah.
I mean, not Madonna, but
Madonna too.
Marilyn Monroe.
Right.
But what you did is you had 10 other women that personify elegance and
like
class, like a Diana Ross or something like that.
Well, no,
you know, but
if you know, like I know.
But to the public, we know all them bitches is nasty. All them bitches is nasty behind closed doors, but publicly. But now the bitches that's on the front cover, all them hoes is nasty on the front cover now.
Are they Nancy Reagan nasty?
I'm just saying.
No, they nasty.
Remember when Trina was popular? Yeah. You also had Missy Elliott and Eve. Yeah. And it was like, yo, Trina was popular, but she wasn't on Missy level though. Like Missy was like charting on billboards and stuff like that. Like Trina had a song here there, but Missy in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's how popular Missy was.
I get what you're saying.
You know, and then Eve and Trina was about the same level. They was about the same level. So it was like the nasty hoes wasn't always just the only ones in the mainstream.
I will not confirm nor deny that I have friends that be tricking. But I will say, if I did have a friend or two that be tricking,
confirm they be tricking on these niggas. Somebody be paying.
It's a mutual thing. Like if they
give and take relationship.
Yeah,
we all know the story. Ain't nobody getting over. Nobody's getting over. We know the story.
I do be feeling the type of way because my ethics and my morals won't let me, and I be like saying like, Levert, I pay my own bills, bitch. I wish I would tell the nigga to get my hair done and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And even when I was in a relationship, I didn't never think that was an obligation. If somebody wants to do something like that for you, 9 times out of 10, you in a relationship, you probably doing some stuff bad. But I don't know. I think we have really, I will say based off of the topic itself, we have gotten really trash. Like the dating pool got piss in it. We got to do something. It's trash out here. You don't know who to date. You don't know who to take serious.
You single in your 30s, it's fucked up.
Hey,
this nigga SJ, it's fucked up right now. It's fucked up, nigga. It's fucked up because these hoes is different. They hot. You know, moving on to the final topic of the night. So, NBA champion head coach Joe Mazzulla, you know, basically was saying he wished that they had something like situation rooms that was like escape rooms. So basically, you know, a room where basically you could reenact certain situations. And I think the situation he gave an example of C's was, well, when they killed Al-Qaeda, right? Is that the situation?
When they killed Osama.
Osama, my bad. When they killed Osama, you know, we finna go to this situation room and basically, you know, murder Osama. C's, you know, this is an interesting concept. What's your thoughts on it?
All right. So before I get down into my nitty gritty, anybody listening who knows me or doesn't know me, associated with me, if you come up with something and you make it big off of this, matter of fact, you can consult me. Hit my line, send me a DM. I got ideas. I will charge you either a 13% consulting fee with ideas and I can help you out, or 10% ownership stake. That's the way I'm doing, flat out. So, hey, you heard it here. I know what the fuck my ideas were. Basically, shit, I'm getting ahead of myself. But basically, this is a great idea. So I was on a cruise during the holidays. They had a VR. They had the regular arcade, and they also had a VR arcade, so virtual reality. You put the thing on, and you know you can actually like see 360. One game was like a robot. One was like where you're hang gliding and shit. One where you're like in a tank, and then they literally had a full-on F1 simulator. Like you feel the car going over bumps. It raises you up, lowers you. So if you literally if you're in the game and try to get out of it, you're literally gonna fall off on your ass sideways. But it's literally like there's a lot of ideas you can do with this. Like literally, like imagine going into a room where like you said, like escape room. You know how you have those different ones. Like you got some really wild ones with like the walls closing on you, and then you got ones that are like full on landscapes and shit. And you know, it made me think of like all the like little off kind of kilter ideas. Like remember those demolition rooms, shit like that. So there's a lot of shit and a lot of potential you could do with, especially with VR. It takes a lot of hardware and a lot of energy to do it, but there's a lot of great situations you can have. Think about it. It's like, hey,
so you talking about virtual reality at this moment?
Yeah, specifically virtual reality.
Okay, cool.
So I mean, like with that, like with this virtual reality, it's like endless because it's like you can literally make a situation have anything. Hey, you are in the Amazon forest and this tribe wants to kidnap you, or they want to tie you up and sacrifice you.
True.
Or hey, you're in the forest and there's a horror movie. There's somebody trying to fucking get you, and you're running, and it's like you can do different things, like have treadmills, have different sets. And I mean, and then if you want to take like the physical, you could literally have like think about the game shows we used to have, like what was the Tiki one with the Nickelodeon?
Legends of the Hidden Temple, baby.
Like those are kind of, we used to have all these game shows over the years, like Fear Factor. You literally take some of those same concepts and integrate them into a physical space. So it's like you can change the theme up whenever you want to, move to a different space. So it's a lot of ideas which you could do it. But bullshit that would come with this, I feel though, is a lot of people will have some very fucked up scenarios, because I'm a fan of the game. But what's that game where you it's a black set of cards, but it's like game Words with Friends, or
talking about Cards Against Humanity?
Cards Against Humanity. Somebody's gonna take this concept and have come up with something very, very fucked up with the situation. Because what is it? Situation. So you're putting yourself in
how we define a fucked up situation? Because I was thinking of a few situations. Like I was thinking to myself,
you're
like,
a slave master. You're in the Holocaust. Yeah. You're a murder. You're an axe murderer.
I mean, I was thinking stuff like
you're if you Hannibal Hector.
If you had to reenact like something like 9/11, like if they did something like that, like if they found a way to do that, like how would you react in that situation? Because I ain't gonna lie, I think that is kind of crazy. Them niggas just sit on the plane and let them niggas do that shit. Respect to all the people that passed away. Like the atomic bomb, the one that got dropped on them Asians or whatever.
You talking about Hiroshima?
Yeah. Them motherfuckers, like, you know, finding a nice hiding spot or something.
Shout out to Japan.
What's that? Speaking of the atomic bomb, what's them people with that mountain exploded? Not the mountain, but the volcano exploded. No, the volcano exploded. Yeah, Pompeii. That's another one that'd be kind of crazy. Like, can you
see
find,
what I'm saying?
Can you find a place to survive?
You see what I'm saying?
And
why the fuck did you find that shit fun?
You know, no, it's not fun,
but
it's
fun.
It is the concept of what if I was in that situation? Could I have been able to survive it? That is an interesting concept. Well, I mean, there's that one dude who survived 2 atomic bombings. That one Asian dude, you know, he was able to do it. So
yeah, it's fucked up. He had cancer.
Yeah, I mean, shit, nigga. Hey, the money niggas died. The money niggas died. At least he lived.
He lived to fight another day.
But then I thought of some realistic situations that could actually help you in your everyday life. So, like a mugging. So, like if you live in New York City, hey, come, hey, we're gonna go to this situation room.
Hey, we came up with this next one. Sorry to interrupt you. We came up with this together. We're gonna have self-defense situation rooms.
Yeah.
So we're now teaching you how to survive.
I think that's a bank robbery. Like you be what was Vivica A. Fox's character and set it off? Like what's the fucking procedure? Like at a bank robbery, how would you react if you was a bank teller? How would you
Stoney.
Yeah, Stoney. How would you react if you was her? How would you react if you was just a regular customer? How would you react if you was a security officer? I think that's a good thing.
Stoney was Jada.
And probably my favorite one, just because
I don't even know either.
Just because this one kind of can have the elements of an escape room in it, is reenacting a kidnapping at the park, for example. Like you go to the park, your kid, because
somebody getting off on this shit. Like somebody literally, hey, I want you to come kidnap me.
No, not a kidnapping of an adult. Like you're in the situation room and your child gets kidnapped at a park.
Taken.
Yeah, get taken. Because that happens even in 2026. That still happens a lot more than it should happen. Where within that first 15 minutes, we don't do what we're supposed to do to try to track all that down. So I think that would be definitely interesting. Like, put people in like that situation and see how they respond. Like, I think this could be beneficial to some people if you used it the right way.
as a Celtics fan, I need this nigga to go focus on some shit that matter to what the fuck he need to be focusing
the season
on.
over, man.
We are second in the Eastern Conference. Our rivals are the Pistons. They are ahead of us. I'm cool with all of that shit y'all talking about. I'm glad that he intellectually thought about all of this stuff. Cool. But I don't have nothing to add to it. I think it's all right. I think y'all right. I think they're already on the way to that. You know, VR didn't just, you know, it ain't like it's in the works. It's already being used in animation and games. And I think this, you know, self-defense and stuff would be a good idea. But, you know, sir, get your ass back over here and start talking about these games and run these plays and kiss my ass.
I don't have Tatum, man.
It's going to be a combination of laser tag and the VR. Like, so, yeah, it's possible. It can happen. Like, to set the room up with the laser tag. You can put the VR or not put the VR on. No VR, just be laser tag. It's all the same.
Did he mean this for basketball though? Because that's something you don't see yet. You don't see a lot of VR sports. When you go to the VR games and stuff like that, they're mostly shooting and killing. But
he didn't say nothing about VR. So like for me,
it'll be. He talking about real life, like escape rooms or real life. So you're in the room.
So for me,
I said laser tag awareness.
So for me, I wouldn't want it to be a VR because for me, I would want it to be actual. Us trying to set up a situation that's similar, and then them be like, "Yo, boom! Like your kid got kidnapped. You got an hour to kind of figure out what's going on."
So basically, what you're saying is, what I'm getting from what he said, because I got to watch the video again, but I did watch it the first time. Basically, he wants to do firefighter, law enforcement, and military fucking training. Yeah, we're just gonna make everybody do this. Active shooter training. Fucking gas, fucking nuclear tanks, and all this other bullshit. You would have made
people do it, but I ain't gonna lie. Some of these situations, I think for the regular civilian, and you've been in the military, so y'all have done some certain trainings. I think there is certain situations that if you put a regular civilian in, even like let's just say a situation with, you know, cops or whatever, it would give a civilian like more appreciation for how hard some of this stuff is.
You raggedy ass Negroes won't even go and get CPR certified. That's exactly what they do. It's a simulation. They put you in a room. They have the computer prompt. You ain't in there with a whole bunch of other people no more. It's literally like that. So if we got situations,
but you make this like a game, niggas gonna go to something shit they think niggas fun. You got to promote it. If you promote a CPR, like yo, we got this new CPR escape room on Washington Road. Y'all pay $25.59.
You gotta just make it part of the simulation.
Yeah. Then guess what? I promise you, people will go. But when you got people say, "Oh yeah, now this is training or whatever," people are like, "I don't want to do that shit." You gotta trick people sometimes to do shit.
I mean, you was in the military, my boy. You know, thank you for your service. Is that not what y'all kind of do though? Don't y'all go through simulational training?
Yeah, I mean, we do it from just your job. So it's like, hey, you, what do? You put together missiles. You're going to do training just to deploy the missiles. Like, say, hey, it's inert. It's not real. Or, hey, we got this many people to move, this much cargo. It's all going to go a plane to this location. And then sometimes you got it to where it's real. Like people really moving, it's a training mission, but the plane and the people or the cargo are actually moving. And you got other situations where the shit's all fucking fake.
So it's already built out. He's just saying that more people and regular civilians need to start tapping into other aspects of simulation.
I mean, it's not built out because a regular person can't go and do it.
That's true. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Except you on a TV
built
show.
out as it's already a concept.
Yeah, no, it's already a concept if you work in law enforcement, military, or
even medical,
maybe some federal jobs. Yeah.
I just don't think everything should be fucking gamified. Like, it's just like joking. Everything don't need to fucking be gamified. Like, it's just like I take it to me. It's like more like shit. Like I remember when when I was a kid, I went to school in Louisiana. We had tornado storms and warnings and trainings. Like literally, you got in the hallway and you put your head against the wall. That was like the training. So it's like,
yeah, we did that shit too here.
Yeah, I mean, it could be gamified, but that just depends on your perception. Like if we did an active school shooting simulation where it's like, hey, we found a teacher, we're going to give them a fake, weapon, and we're going to have them pretend to be active shooter, and we went through the drill. Like it would kind of show you like yo, we might not be as prepared as we thought we were for a situation like
this. Well, see, they've done that before, and the problem with that is then you have to figure out: are you notifying the parents that you're going to do it that day? With students, it's a matter of, are you traumatizing them? Because do they know? Most times with a drill, the people ain't supposed to know we having a drill. The whole point of the drill is for it to be as realistic as possible. And seeing a situation like that, you having to do it to unsuspected people, and now you got kids going home. I don't know if it was a TV show or something I saw, and it was like the girl was so traumatized, she at home having nightmares and putting herself in a closet, like she went through a whole form of PTSD, and her parents like, what the heck is going on? And she was so terrified, she wouldn't even tell them what happened. They ended up finding out from another parent or something or the other. And I'm like, well, why y'all ain't tell us y'all was going to do that?
That would at least be some shit that you would notify the parents before the school year. Like, yo, we do this.
Yeah.
So just be prepared for it. But just in general, like some of these situations, like you could find yourself in these situations and it's like, you know what? I live in New York City. You know, there's a lot of muggings. I'm going to go to the situation room to just see how we respond. Because one thing I do know being at this age and living life, how you think you're going to respond to some shit and how you actually respond,
two different
those
things.
shits don't always coincide with each other. Because a lot of times motherfuckers be like, man, if a nigga did this to me, I'll punch him in the mouth. The next thing you know, you be like, yo, nigga, why you standing there like you just had shit in your face? Like you froze. Man, I ain't know what to do, man. I like, nigga, but you said you gonna beat this nigga ass if this happened.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, man. But then this nigga actually showed up. And I ain't expect none of that shit. So, you know, like I see where Missoula coming from. I think this is a fun, you know, concept and a fun idea and a good idea. Because overall, I'm gonna say this: me, I love escape rooms and the situation rooms. I can see that being fun, but also at the same time, educational or informative to people, especially depending on why you're trying to, do the escape room. Because I know the two fun escape rooms I've done, is I did one where we did a bank robbery where we actually had to rob a bank. That was very fun. And I know we did me and my brother, TTK, we did another one downtown. It was a haunted asylum. Now that shit was really fun. And he actually got scared because they put him in like this closet that was all black and he had to kind of, give me some code or whatever. And then there was a third one where we was on a pirate ship, me, MGH, and D Will. And to your point, C's, about how escape rooms could be so complex, we went in 5 different rooms. Every time we got out of one room, it led to another room till finally we was outside the building. I ain't never been in an escape room that was that complex. So like we had to work together as a team. That's another aspect of this situation is it does work on your team building skills. Because just in an escape room, you have to work as a team. I'm pretty sure in a situation like this, we would all have to work together as a team and communicate with each other.
I will say that it does expose the lack of situational awareness that we live with in the world. I was raised to pay attention to my surroundings. I was raised to, even if I don't know what to do in a moment, at least be aware of what the hell is going on. And again, we're raising a whole generation of people where parents are like, I don't want to make my child fearful. I'm like, no, your child needs to be aware of what the heck is going on out here. Your child go to a mall, something pop off, they run to it. When has that been normal? I mean, there's always been a case where people have done that, but at some point, with the things that's going on in the world, we do need to be a lot more situationally aware. So I get where you're coming from. I was just, talking trash.
Nah, for sure. Final thoughts, everyone?
Yeah, man. As we go into next month is the start of Black History Month. I want to give a shout out to David Blackwell. He was a mathematician, statistician who basically came up with game theory. One of the pioneers of modern computing. Literally so much so that NVIDIA literally named that one of their most powerful chips, the Blackwell chip. His granddaughter, saw a picture of his granddaughter at one of the NVIDIA events at Davos, or the World Economic Fund, or around this time of year. NVIDIA is one of the biggest players with AI. With that being said, there was a lot of Black engineers, inventors that came up with a lot of stuff to deal with information technology and just technology in general, from GPS, etc. And my other point is, stop being so trusting of damn AI, man. It's If you ain't already invested, you missed out. Sooner than later, boy, you people bet on it. Ooh, it's like crypto. I hate to be you.
Yeah, man, we had speaking of Black history, we had a historic day today, man. You know, Sinners got nominated for 16 Oscars, which is the most in Oscar history.
Shout out to Pops.
You know, breaking the record by 2. You know, because the most before this was 14. A couple of movies had 14. Sinners had 16. It got nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor in a Leading Role, Best Actor in a Supporting Role, Best Actress in a Supporting Role, which was probably the most surprising because she didn't really get nominated in a lot of the other stuff in the award season. Same thing with, you know, Actor in a Supporting Role. Those was the 2 that was like out there like that. Best Original Screenplay, Best Casting, Best Cinematography, Best Costume Design, Best Film Editing, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Original Score, Best Original Song, I Lied to You, Best Production Design, Best Sound, and Best Visual Effects. Like, Sinners has won a couple of awards in this award season so far, but it has been snubbed for, you know, the Acting Awards, the Director Award, and the Best Movie Overall Award. I saw it last year with C's. It was the best movie I saw in 2025. I saw a lot of movies. A lot of people try to just simplify this into a horror movie. Calling this a horror movie is like calling Get Out a horror movie. This is such a complex, deep, thoughtful movie that has multiple cultures in it. Not just Black culture. You have Native American culture they touch on a little bit, Asian culture, even the Irish culture with the main, I guess you can call him villain in the movie, Remney. You know, like, it's a very good movie, man. If you haven't seen it, man, definitely go see it, man. And I'm just ready for the Oscars to get here. I hope it cleans up at the Oscars. You know, if it doesn't, we probably know why, man. But in the words of Abby and Rakim, peace.
Y'all can catch us at the next light, man. We in traffic. And I'm back quiet.
Mr. DJ Rose, Verteezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap your seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.